Welcome back friends. I hope you have been enjoying my videos and you are successfully able to create, validate user and add user. If you have any doubts or any difficulties, then please feel free to write your messages in the comment box. In this video, I am going to teach you how to do the delete use case. So let's see what is the story now. So delete user is the story where clients should be able to get the delete facility. Therefore, whoever user is registered, they should be able to delete them. Next, see what exactly low level things we are going to do it. So on click of the trash button, client will be asked to confirm the delete action. Once client is confirmed the delete action, it will remove the user from the store and it will also remove the user from the UI. In this user story, I think there are three components at a high level. The first component is publish the delete user, which will read the DOM click event. On that click event, it will read the TR to get the user ID. You remember we had added the user ID into the TR as well as into the button. So therefore, it is very easy to read the user ID from the TR and then it is publishing a topic called as delete user and passing the user ID so that the next component delete user from store can receive this topic and the user ID. Once it receives the topic and user ID, it is very easy to search that user into the store and delete that user. Once user is deleted successfully, then delete user from store component will publish a topic called as delete user success. Whenever delete user success happens, then our next component, which is called as delete user from table, will listen to this topic. Once this topic is arrived to this component, it is going to show the message into the UI and saying that the user has been deleted successfully. So let's go ahead and do the coding. First, let me create the delete user branch so that you can follow along the code from this branch. And then I will publish this branch. So first thing first is I will create a folder called as delete user. In this folder, I am going to create an index.js file where I am going to export all of my modules from this JS file. So then I will create a publish delete user.js file. This is my component who is going to listen to the click event of the trash button and then it is going to publish delete user topic. So first I will go ahead and put the delegate in the user list table. If you want to know what is delegate, then I will recommend you to go to the jQuery and learn about the delegate. Delegate is a very simple way where you can put the click event on the table itself and then it can come from a TD or it can come from any child element that you are interested on. Like in this example, we are going to put the delegate on the table. That means whenever table is clicked, this function will be called. And then it will filter if the click event is coming from TD or not. If it is coming from TD, then only it will invoke this function. Otherwise, it will not invoke this function. This is a very simple and easy way to put any kind of event in the any element. However, just put into the top label of the DOM. Similarly, what I will do is I will put my delegate on the table. My table ID is user list, so I will first find the user list and then put the delegate. You remember when I was adding the delete button, then I had added a delete user class on my delete button. Therefore, it is a good idea to subscribe to the event coming from the delete user class only. Therefore, I will put the delegate for the selector called as delete user class. Next, I will subscribe to the click event and then I will call publish delete user function. Publish delete user function will first get the confirmation message from the client. Therefore, I will call it delete sure and then I will call confirm are you sure. Next, if delete user is true, then I am going to delete the user. Therefore, I will check if it is false, then return false so that I don't want to do anything else. Other than that, next I will do is I will get the user ID from the button. As you know, I have added the data called as user ID in the button. I can very easily get the user ID from the button itself. So I will call constant user ID is equal to $this and then I will say get the data called as user ID. Next, I will publish delete user topic and I will pass the user ID so that next component, who is the store component, will go ahead and get the user ID and then it will successfully delete. With this, publish delete user component is complete. You can notice here, delete user is not available in our messages module. Therefore, let me go to the messages module and add the delete user success and delete user fail messages. Next, I will go ahead and import the delete user from the messages module. Next component that I am going to create is called as delete user from store. This component is very simple. It will receive the topic called as delete user, and then on this topic it will going to delete user from the store. So in delete user from store function, I will receive the topic and user ID. First, I am going to delete this user from the store. Next, I am going to publish a message called as delete user success, and I am going to pass the user ID. With this, delete user from store component is successfully complete. Next, I am going to create delete user from table component. This component will subscribe to delete user success topic, and then it will call a function called as delete user from table. In this function, I will receive the topic and I will also receive the user ID. In this function, my goal is to find out the row who has the user ID, like the user which is deleted, and then delete that row from the table. Therefore, I will go ahead and first search the body. Next, once tBody is found, then I am going to search the row who has the data user ID called as user ID. Here I am using attribute search from jQuery. Next, I am going to remove this entry from the table. Once it is successfully removed, I want to show the message called as user delete successfully. Therefore, I will publish a message called as show info, and then I will say user deleted successfully. Here you can notice show info alert has not yet been created. Therefore, next let's go and create the show info alert. We are right now in the alert module, and here our goal is to show the info and delete all of the alerts that it is already there. So in last video I have missed delete all alerts. So here I am going to do that. I am going to create a hide all alerts, and also I am going to create show info. First I will create a show info. In this I will subscribe to the show info, and then I will get the topic and the payload that I want to show. First I will search alert message, and then I will remove the class. After that I will add the class called as alert info. Then I will add a HTML with the emoji of the alert and put the payload, and then I will show that message. Next, I am going to create a hide all alerts things. So here I am going to subscribe hide all alerts, and then first what I will do is I will find out the alert message and then clear its text and then hide it. This message we are going to call whenever we are going to click on the trash button or whenever we are going to click on the submit button in our page. Now let's quickly recap. First we created a publish delete user, then we created a delete user from store. After that we created delete user from table, and then we published the message called as show info. Next we should do is, before publishing the delete user, we should also publish hide all alerts message, so that it will clean up all the existing messages in the UI. With that, I have successfully created all the three components that we wanted to create. Next, I am going to export all of these three components from the index.js file. First, I will export delete user from store, next delete user from table, and next publish delete user. Next, I will go and export my delete user module from the app index.js file so that I can put it into the bundle.js file. With that, my project is compiling successfully and I have created successfully delete user component. Next, let's see if this works. I will go ahead and check my page if it is running or not. Oops, it did not delete. Let's see what's going wrong. Let's go to the developer tool. See, delegate is not a function. That means something wrong here. Let me bring the jQuery website to see what's going on. You can see here there is a spelling mistake, and which is common for me. I always do the spelling mistake whenever I do the coding. Therefore, I should rather check my spelling whenever I finish my coding. Okay, I will make sure. Let's go and correct this. Go to the publish delete user component and correct the spelling. Now let me try. Let me add the full name and email ID and submit the page. Next, I will click on the trash button to see what happens. Hey, it is asking the confirmation. Let me call it OK. Next, you see it is deleted the user. Now I'm interested on not allowing them to delete. So let me do, I will add another user Next, I will click on the trash button, and at this time I will say cancel. And notice it did not delete the user. With this, we have successfully completed the delete user use case. And I hope you have been enjoying with me so far. So I will submit this code into my GitHub, and I will also share the slide with you. If you have any doubts, any questions, feel free to ask me. And if you want any another course that I should make it, then please put it in my comment box. Finally, you have successfully created the website which I have already created in my Heroku cloud. So you could see you have successfully created it. And finally, I have already published all of the code that I have so far coded. So this is for starter. Next is for validate add user. And 1.2 is add user complete, and 1.3 is delete user complete. Last video which is left is publishing your application into the cloud. That video I'll make in the next. Till then, keep coding, and any questions or doubts, feel free to ask me. Thank you.